on? Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to another After Pill live stream. I haven't done one of these in a minute. As y'all already seen the title, y'all already know what we are about to get into. I'm stuttering like a crazy man. Look at this picture on the wall though. This, I want y'all to know, this is one of the reasons why I stopped watching football. This guy right here. If you can't see it, that's Mr. Tom Brady, Patriots. He's one of the reasons why I stopped watching football. Because if you don't know, I was born and raised in Atlanta, Georgia. Cartier, what's going on? Cartier, I haven't talked to you in a minute. You need to come and join the circle, Ninja. You need to come and join the circle. Tap into the Patreon. You need to come and join the circle. We talking about we over there lit. We over there lit. You need to come join the circle. We're having our meetup in Santo Domingo this December. We're having the inner circle meetup this December, going into the new year. So you need to come over to the inner circle. I know you, Cartier, you've been here for a minute, so you should be in the inner circle. You should be over there. But yeah, man, as y'all can, Cartier, as y'all can see, I'm over here in Colombia right now. I'm gonna show y'all. Unfiltered Grind, what's going on? For sure. Next time I need to be up there though. I need to be up there, or up there, or up there. But yeah, man, y'all see what's going on. Yep. But yeah, Unfiltered Grind, you should be in the inner circle too. Unfiltered Grind, you need to come over to the inner circle too. Because we over there chopping it up about real business. We over there chopping it up about pretty much everything. We're trying to position ourselves to be able to purchase real estate, as a group. But that's a whole nother ball game. That's a whole nother ball game. But yeah, man, as y'all can see, we got Brady in the back. We got Brady in the back. But that's Brady is one of the reasons why I stopped watching football. After that Atlanta Falcons supposedly win, right? When they were leading by 28, they were leading by 28 and blew the lead. He said, "Who is the man in the portrait?" You don't know that number? You don't know who that is? Come on now, that's self-explanatory. That should be self-explanatory. But yeah, Cartier, I've been good. I've been good. We just grinding. Yep. YK, Tom Brady. Seahorse may not be from the United States then, if he didn't know who that is. But yeah, man, I got a good hour with you guys. But as some of you know, I'm out here chilling in Colombia right now. I'm chilling in Colombia right now in Cartagena. Getting a good reset in. Mel above beyond and forever. Shouts out to Melvin in the chat with the super chat. Said, "What's up, bro? Be safe and enjoy your trip above, beyond, and forever." I appreciate that, man. And listen, I don't want to say it's hard to enjoy because I want to make videos, but at the same time, I'm like, bro, I don't want to have to worry about videos right now. Like I'm definitely filming like throughout the day and stuff like that, but then you got to put it together, and then you just busy, and a lot of stuff going on, and you want to chill, reset, and all of that stuff. So definitely, Corey, I appreciate the super chat. It says respect. I appreciate that. But I figured I'd go live. I figured I'd go live and tap in with you guys. YK says rejuvenate while you're out there. Exactly. That's the same thing I'm thinking. Because the YouTube gonna be here. Work gonna be here. So when I get back, definitely, it's pedal to the metal, right? It's pedal to the metal. I just got back from a run. If you're not following me on Instagram, I put up a few videos over there. And if you're not in the inner circle, listen, come and join that inner circle. As long as you can enjoy the moments out there, exactly, and be safe, for sure, for sure, right? But we're going to talk about something today. I had a topic in mind, um, and a lot of people don't understand this or understand exactly what's going on. If you missed this, you can go ahead and replay it. I put it on the playbacks. But what's happening right now, pretty much everywhere, doesn't matter where you go, right? In the circles through the Patreon. Yeah, it's through the Patreon. What's going on right now is people are being forced into entrepreneurship, right? Go ahead and put these because we got losers coming in. It's sad. It's sad how many losers there are, especially in America. Just a bunch of loser men. FDS, what's going on? What's going on? But what I want y'all to understand is, listen, man, people are going to be forced into entrepreneurship. Everybody's going to be forced into entrepreneurship. I don't know why people don't see this. I don't understand how don't people see this coming. And this is all over the world. This is all over the world. It's already hard enough to find a job like in some of these other countries, right? In countries like Colombia, DR, Thailand, it's hard for the local people to find jobs. So what's going to happen throughout the West is that a lot of the jobs that we were so used to, a lot of those comfort jobs, a lot of the you Wally World working as ninja jobs, you cashier as ninjas jobs, yeah, all that shit is going away. No more comfort jobs, even the higher paying jobs, right? So we're talking about our white collar, our accountant jobs, right? You desk jockeys, you desk duty ass ninjas, right? All that stuff is going away. All of it. FDS says, I just hate how bad options have when it comes to meeting people. Grateful for the Telegram and Patreon, man. Shouts out to FDS. FDS is he's a Patreon member, and he's over there on the inner circle, right? FDS, let them know we it's no soft shit. It's no soft shit over there on the inner circle. It's no soft shit. I'm pushing guys, right? I'm pushing guys beyond what they think they can go, right? I'm pushing guys to above and beyond of what they think they can go, right? And that's the kind of mindset. I feel the grass. I'm gonna join up when I'm home. Shouts out to you, but um, that's the kind of mindset that you need to survive right now, right? That's the mindset that you need. You don't need none of that. People want to be talked to. People want to be talked to all softly. People want to be. They want their head rubbed. Like it's okay. It's okay. You just find another job. You'll just do this. You'll just do that. No, ain't gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Not with that kind of mindset. You gotta be tough. You gotta have some skin, right? You gotta have some tough skin because if not, you're just gonna get rolled over, right? But these are some of the things. These are some of the things that I talk about on the Patreon. Uh, on the Patreon, I reveal all the tools that I use, right? All the AI tools that I use. I was supposed to drop something today. Well, no, I was supposed to drop something on the 15th, but it's not yet ready, right? I've been dibbling, dabbling, and messing around with AI application development. And I was supposed to drop something today, but it's not ready, but it will be ready soon. I'm gonna drop it just to show you guys just how advanced a lot of these AI tools are. My go-to above what I mentioned on Telegram is to provide for the fam. Exactly, right? Provide for the fam, right? You're gonna need some of those reasons. You're gonna need those reasons. But yeah, man, you'll be surprised at how advanced a lot of these AI tools are. Quite frankly, I'm surprised that uh, it hasn't eradicated jobs sooner. I'm surprised jobs haven't been eradicated sooner, right? I'm surprised, but it's coming. So here's my advice to you guys, right? Let's break this down a little bit. Here's my advice to you guys, and you need to do this ASAP. We got the Brady picture in the back. You need to do this ASAP. First and foremost, you need to be looking into every single AI tool imaginable, right? You need to have. Yep, the margins are getting tighter as it gets better and faster. Exactly. You need to be doing this ASAP because a lot of people think they're just gonna. And it's so crazy because once again, I've said this before. Many people, and I say this on the Patreon, I say this in the inner circle. Many people are not using AI tools like they're supposed to, right? AI robots that can download and do any job essentially. Exactly. A lot of people are not using ChatGPT to the extent that they should be using it. And here's the thing too: you got to chop it down even more, because honestly speaking, AI works. AI works to the best of who's ever using it. And what do I mean by that? Tencho, how are you? I'm good. How are you? Right? What do I mean by that? That AI works as great as the person that's using it. Well, what I mean by that is if you're an idiot, you're gonna use it in an idiot manner, right? If you have no intellect, if you have no thinking capacity, right? If you're not forward thinking, if you weren't already a thinker, ChatGPT is not gonna do that much for you. In actuality, ChatGPT will probably dumb down or come down to your level to produce whatever it needs to produce for you, right? So if you let's say if you're an idiot, right? You're gonna ask it, uh, how fast can I drink 6 liters of water? Like some stupid stuff, right? I don't know. What do stupid people ask? Look, how many Sloppalopasauruses you bet today? Me? Oh no, not many. Not many. The opposite actually. But they'll ask it. I don't like somebody said a stupid question, but apparently like 90% of people just use ChatGPT for simple reasons only. That's what I'm saying. That's only the people that use it. These niggas be going stupid with ChatGPT. Yeah, asking it stupid stuff. How many hot dogs can I fit in my mouth? Whoa, pause, no diddy. Asking how and what to do to change my life. Most people are not asking those questions. That's the thing. The people who are using ChatGPT, like Unfiltered Grind just said, only 90% of people who are using it is for simple things. It's for simple things, right? It's not for, hey, ChatGPT, this is what I'm doing right now. These are the skills that I'm currently learning right now. I am projected to finish and get my certificate on this date. What can I possibly do to maximize the skills that I'm currently learning to go into entrepreneurship? Give me a whole 1 year plan, step by step. Nobody's doing that. Most people are not doing that. Or if you want to save and you got a goal for savings, right? Right? How much can I what do I need to make? How do I need to get there to save $100,000? Right? So ask ChatGPT, how can I keep up with this ever growing world of technology? Right? But that's a question like that is not a dumb question, but however, is too broad of a question. It's too broad of a question. You said, ask ChatGPT, how can I keep up with the ever growing world of technology? I would redo that. I would say, ask ChatGPT, how can I keep up with this ever growing world of technology? And then I would give it the current skill level of where I am. So how do ChatGPT, how can I keep up with this ever-growing world of technology and my skill level is in A, B, and C? How do I keep up and how do I further maximize it with the current skills that I have right now? Right? That's how you ask that question. Just asking it something simple. How can I keep up with this ever-growing world of technology? That's just too broad and it's not really going to give you an efficient answer, right? Like I say, we got to use it to enhance our personal lives. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. My my what I eat, right? ChatGPT produced a whole layout for me for my recomp, right? So for my recomposition, ChatGPT produced a whole meal plan for me. So I can stick to my protein, stick to my macros, watch my sugar, low carb, high protein, right? Make sure I'm drinking plenty of water. You can do that on ChatGPT too. It can be tracked on ChatGPT. Tenchu says, can you talk bit about hormonal imbalances caused by wrong food? After pill, can you replay or create a short video on these great questions we can use? We can ask ChatGPT right now. I think um, I'll do something for that. But definitely this will be on a replay. I'll try to go through this and do that. But for sure, I'll keep that in mind. Origin Financial is like Mint, but you can ask questions about your finances. Okay, Premium Fuel only just dropped some gems in there. He said Origin Financial is like Mint, but you can ask questions about your finances. There you go. Let me get to Tenchu. Can you talk a bit about hormonal imbalances caused by wrong food? Um, I've been coming to a conclusion, right? And don't mark my words on this. But I think I figured out why so many people in America, women and men, are ugly, right? People are going you gonna be like, what? What is this man talking about now? Right? It's not just genetics. No, it can't be. Because in other places of the world, uh the ratio of good looking people are higher. And I believe that is dictated by the current food that they put in their body. Because I think in more places, like where I'm at right now, I think people are eating more whole foods. They're eating more fruits. They're eating more vegetables. They're eating their proteins. They're not really eating junk food like that, right? It's not an end all be all, but just something I've been thinking about. I think there's so many ugly and fat people in America. Exactly like the Philippines. I think there's so many ugly people in America because of that. What Tinchu just talked about, what he just asked, the hormonal imbalances. Just like smoking can age you, smoking can age you. You can see it in somebody's face, right? Drinking heavy can age you. You can see it in somebody's face. You can see it in their eyes. So one has to come to the conclusion that if you're also eating horribly, if you're not eating your whole foods, if you always your sugar is always spiking because you're always eating junk food, or you have just super high carbohydrates, I think it's safe to conclude that that will age you as well and create that aging effect. You know how many young people that I've seen who are much younger than me, they look like they're 50 years old. They literally look like they're 50 years old. Tinger said, why McDonald's not aware of this you talking about? Oh, McDonald's very aware. McDonald's is a multi-billion dollar multinational company. They're very well aware, but they're selling a product. That doesn't mean that it's safe or healthy for you. They're just selling a product, a cheap product that still, you can eat, you can digest. It is what it is, right? So yeah, with hormonal imbalances, that's I would say, and I talked about this before as well. I believe that's also why testosterone has dropped um, amongst men. Can stress make you look like age 50? Yeah, stress as well. Stress, high blood pressure, all of that stuff. All of that stuff. All of it, right? And I was about to say something else. I forgot what I was about to say. Oh, testosterone. That's the reason why testosterone levels have dropped, especially in America. Guys are just the hormone, the people's hormones have been tampered with, essentially, right? When you're not exercising, when you're not eating whole foods, when you're always uh, ingesting uh, additives, coloring, junk food, high sugary, uh, just all of those types of foods, yeah, your hormones are going to be messed up. Some of the things that they put in foods, they weren't putting in the foods in the 1940s, 50s, and 60s. If you look back, look at Coca-Cola, for instance. Coca-Cola back in the day, we're talking about 40s through 60s, I believe. It was just cane sugar. It was cane sugar, and I forgot the other ingredients, but I think it was cane sugar, water, and I forgot the what makes the Coke. But it was just cane sugar, water, and something else. Carbonated water. That's what it was. Cane sugar, carbonated water, and whatever that made it brown. Right? It was like three or four ingredients. That was it. Now, if you look on the back of a Coca-Cola can, it's all kinds of stuff in there. So we went from three ingredients to about 15 ingredients over the span of about 50 years, right? And the same ingredients. The same ingredients. Look into the Coca-Colas in places like Europe. Look into the Coca-Colas in a place like Europe. What is in that? We got any FDES. FDES, you're in Europe if you're still in here. FDES is in Europe. Somebody let me know if we got some other UK guys or some French guys in here, right? I believe the EU banned a lot of that stuff. See, FDES, yeah. The EU banned a lot of the stuff that we have in America. America can't even sell the same products. So let's talk about Fanta, for instance. Fanta in the EU is carbonated water and orange juice or oranges or something like that. To in the same Fanta in the United States, they will have a whole bunch of orange coloring, high fructose corn syrup, all kinds of gum, all kinds of words that you don't even know how to pronounce. You gotta take a picture and look it up because, yeah, yeah. Why they don't make some restaurants where you can eat healthy foods? Why don't you make the restaurant? Nobody's obligated to do anything. Who's they? You talking about regular people? Somebody else? There are plenty of healthy restaurants. I go to a healthy spot all the time. But the thing is, unfortunately, eating healthy in the United States costs more. It costs way more, right? So why do you think? What do you think about Chinese food? What kind of Chinese food are we talking about? Americanized Chinese food, or are we talking about actual Chinese food? They linked up with Big Pharma. That's why they poison the food. Yeah, but what's so crazy is that's the crazy thing about America is that the same companies will link up with Big Pharma to poison Americans, but they're completely outlawed in places like the EU. Yep, the U.S. version adds corn syrup, caramel color, and high fructose, and et cetera, et cetera. Yep, in the UK it's less, way less. But back to the main topic, right? Um, the window is definitely closing, and if you're not already in tuned with uh, enhancing your skills, and I mean enhancing your skills, you got to become. You have not today. You have to become like a robot because that's what you're competing with. Some of y'all may say, "Oh man, why we gotta compete, and why we gotta do this?" Well, then, hey, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. But today, you have to upload stuff. You have to upload stuff to your mind like you're a robot. But this is what the tools are for now. You can't say that you don't have the tools. You can't say you don't have the internet, right? You can't say you have. You got Gemini, you have ChatGPT, right? You have what's the name? What's the name of the one on X? You have Grok. You have so many tools at your disposal. It's the same. See, what's going to happen is it's going to be the same thing as the internet boom. The same thing is going to happen with the internet boom, but this is going to be Kava is healthy. Shouts out to MSK. So the thing is, it's going to be just like the internet boom, but it's going to be more drastic with more impact, right? Uh, the internet boom, it a lot of people sat around and watched. Same with the whole crypto, right? When crypto first started, all those people who were made into multimillionaires just because they believed in Bitcoin and Ethereum and some meme coin, right? How long did people sit on the sidelines? People didn't believe in Bitcoin. Oh, this is a scam, right? 50,000. Oh, this is a scam. 100,000. Oh, it's still a scam, right? People call it a scam all the way to the top. While you were calling it a scam, everybody else they pitched in when it was $1,000. They pitched in when it was $500 a Bitcoin, $50 a Bitcoin, right? Now these people done made multi-million dollars, right? So the internet boom, the same thing. People sat around with the internet. Oh, why we got to use the internet? We could just use this. What's up with this internet stuff, right? While people were playing around, you had people who were playing around on the internet, using it for entertainment. You had other people saying, okay, I can build a website. Oh, let me build a website for this business. Oh, the internet self markets, right? Same thing with YouTube. People played around with YouTube, right? Oh, what's this video? What's this video platform? Why would you want to walk around and film yourself? Why would you want to upload videos to this platform? Now you have some of the earlier people who were around when YouTube first started, or maybe a few years after, your OG vloggers, your OG YouTubers, right? A lot of these guys, they started off when they were 16, 17 years old, and they were just uploading to YouTube. And then what happened? YouTube started paying. Google bought YouTube, right? And then that's when we got into AdSense. And then, those OG people, they blew up on YouTube because they've been doing it over 10 years now, right? Benito, what's going on? The internet boom, missed it, right? The crypto boom, y'all missed it. I know some of y'all probably, man, I wasn't even old enough. I understand. I understand. I think I was still in high school when I first heard of Bitcoin. So I understand. However, for some of y'all been around a good minute. You missed the internet boom. You missed the crypto boom. For the new guys, you missed the whole social media boom. You sat around while Instagram was taking off. You sat around while YouTube was taking off. You still didn't make that channel. You could see everybody think YouTube was about vlogging and being a influencer, bro. You know how many people who are making tens of thousands of dollars? They're construction workers, right? They're showing how they do construction work. Like on places like TikTok, you got guys showing how to build a house from scratch or how to install a refrigerator, right? And that in itself is boosting their business with their social media presence. So now they're selling personalized items. Like I know this guy who he grills at home, right? He grills at home. He shows people how to grill. Dude is making hundreds of thousands of dollars. He been doing it for like he been on YouTube 10, 15 years. But now he sell personalized appliances like, grill, not grills, but grill scrubbers, and he sell his own sauces and his own recipes, his own spatulas and everything. He said like making hundreds of thousands of dollars. You don't have to be an influencer to start a YouTube channel. All you need is what is your skill right now, right? What is your skill? You could be good at giving massages. There's room for you. You could be good at working out. You could be good at running marathons. I'm gonna run a 6 mile marathon today. You can be good at that. You can be good at making baking cakes. I don't know. Ninja, you can be good at whatever you think, because YouTube is wide and vast. There's so many levels to it. Then not only do you have YouTube, you have TikTok, you have Instagram. There's room for everybody, right? Social media is very effective. He monetized something he was passionate about. Exactly. So while y'all thinking, oh, I need to be a influencer, I need to be this, I need to be that. No, you don't. No, you don't. That's just your excuse. That's the excuse that you tell yourself. So you don't get started, right? Analysis paralysis. That's what that is. Because best believe I didn't know what I was doing when I first got on YouTube. I didn't have a clue about what I was doing. But guess what? I just did it. That's it. I just did it. Benito says, I met more amazing people in 35 days on here than 5 years conventional way. Absolutely. Like I said, come over to the inner circle, come over there and join the Patreon. The guys in the inner circle are some great guys, right? Great guys, hardworking guys trying to get to where they need to be. We actually have one guy that already made the move. He's already, might as well consider him an expat already, right? We have one guy over there that just moved to Jamaica, right? And he's building his life from scratch. Shouts out to Matt, right? So I met more like-minded individuals on the internet than I have in real life, right? PFP life, exactly, right? Purpose, freedom, and power. That's what it's all about. Uncompromised truth, man. I didn't get started 10 years ago with YouTube. When I was in high school, I completely missed the ball. Yeah, all of those guys you see now with the nightlife and the traveling and all that stuff. Most of those guys, most of your vloggers, most of those guys, they started in high school. They started in 16 years old. We talk about guys like DDG and some of those other guys, like dude started in high school. These guys started like their senior year in high school, right? And then people look at him like, dang, how he got all that money early, right? How he got that money early? How he driving around these cars early? How's he doing all this traveling at that age, right? How's he doing that? Well, if you look at the time frame, right, he got started at 15 years old. So you put 10 years in, right? People say the rule of thumb is you put 10 years in, right? Or you can say 10 years or 10,000 hours, whichever one comes first. But if you put 10 years in, right, or 10,000 hours, you should have mastered that craft. And by the time you master that craft, right, you should already be at your destination putting in 10 years or 10,000 hours. That's the rule of thumb. 10 years or 10,000 hours, right? They put in their 10,000 hours or they put in their 10 years or they put in both. So if you go from 15 to 25, yeah, yeah. I put my 10 years and my 10,000 hours in. So I started at 15, now I'm 25. Yeah, I'm getting the work that I put in. I'm getting the fruits of my labor. So guess what? If you it is what it is. If you 40 and just now having to get life together, hey, it is what it is. That's the cards life dealt you. But hey, you got to put 10 years in. And maybe if you 40, you should definitely have more experience with life to be able to expedite that. You should be able to cut that down into 5, right? What would you do if you meet Slopaloposaurus? I'm not answering anymore those questions. Benito said, I just started posting walking vids in NYC and 23K views with about 2 hours of energy. I love it. Exactly, man. You know how many walking videos, bro? No lie. I will sit right here, literally. I'll sit right here and watch walking videos of the city, of different cities. I'll sit here for about an hour just watching walking videos. I I do it all the time. You see what I'm saying, Benito? You never know. You never know who's watching what or who's interested in what. Me myself, I'll sit back and I'll watch international walking videos just so I can see how the streets are. Maybe I want to go there. Maybe I want to travel there. I watch some Miami walking vids. I watch some New York walking vids. Right? You never know what people are into. That's the thing. That's the thing. So you never know. That's just your telltale sign to just do it. And this is what this live stream is about. Just do that shit. Just do it. Right? Do you think more young men will become expats in the future? Uh, that's a loaded question, and that's a very good question, MSK. Do you think more young men will become expats in the future? Hmm. Depends on what we classify as young. If we're talking about if we're talking about under 30, I don't see it happening. I don't see under 30s pulling it off. Why? Uh, because of the very stated thing that we always talk about on this channel. Um, your under 30s are not in a good position. Yeah, 18 and 30. I post shorts just to test it out. I get at least 2K per post. So I'm gonna stay consistent. Keep on staying consistent. Um, but from 18 to 30, right? Culture you're living in, don't appreciate people with those. Yeah, from 18 to 30. From 18 to 30. Um, those are what I guess we would consider the young guys. I would even push it up to 35, but let's stick to 18 to 30. 18 to 30, I don't see that happening anytime soon. Becoming more expats. Now it is happening more than before. Absolutely. Because we have the internet, you got guys who can tap into online income, uh, whatever skills they may have, they tap into that. It's a variety of different things. Variety of different things. Um, but man, that's a loaded question. I don't see it happening. Um, you got to look at the real statistics, man. You got to look at the real statistics. When it comes to passport holders for young men, it's not that high. I forgot the numbers, but I want to say below 20%. So you're talking about below 20% of young men in that age range actually are passport holders in the United States of America. So one, you don't have that many guys that are traveling like that. One, it may seem like a lot of guys are traveling, even when you go above 30. The statistics now, older men travel more than younger men, of course, because of resources and things of that nature. But even when it comes to older men, even in the older men category, even though they do travel more, the percentages are still low when it comes to men in general who travel. So it's even less when it comes to younger men. And then you're talking about becoming a full expat, right? Having that digital income, having some real estate or what have you. That's it's not going to be common. It's not going to be common. Yes, MSK, that is happening. That's what I'm saying. It's happening more now than ever, right? But you still have to account for the true numbers, right? And trying to leave doesn't mean leave. That I'm leaving. You get what I mean? So there you're more young people trying to find a way to leave, but how many will pull that off? Right? How many will successfully pull it off? How many of them have the proper setup? Right? Are they actually looking into processes to be able to sustain themselves? Are they actually looking into how can I make money, or can I bring this money with me, or bring this income, this job source with me? Are they looking into that? Are they making it possible? So there's a variety of things that you have to think about. A variety of things. They're definitely trying to make it harder to leave. Oh, it's already hard to leave. They ain't got to make it. They ain't got to make it. Well, first and foremost, most people I talk to about traveling, motherfuckers don't want to do anything anyway. So I don't even, to be honest, I don't even get into all of that because it's like, oh, they're trying to make it harder to leave. Yeah, that's a good topic, right? Making it harder to leave. But most people don't want to go anywhere in the first place. They don't see anything outside of America. They're very short sighted. All they know is hell. Many people don't even know outside of their current state, right? People don't even know what's going on in their current state, let alone what's going on somewhere overseas. Listen, some people just don't want to go nowhere, which is listen, that's their decision, right? All right, coming over here with that bullshit. Coming in here talking about some random shit. The real talk, most people stuck here. Yeah, most people gonna be stuck. But that's the reality that has to be accepted. A lot of people never even leave the city they grew up. Man, talk about it. Most people don't leave the city that they grew up in. You know how many guys in LA that said they never been to the beach, they never been to Santa Monica, they never been outside of LA? Bro, it's not. It's young men travel. It's not going to be common. It's not going to be common. I wish it was. I wish it was. I want it to be. I want more young men to get on their best behavior. I want more young men to, you know, get a breath of fresh air and be able to reset and be able to travel, to be able to experience new things outside of America. And this is where entrepreneurship comes in at. You have to develop a system for yourself. And this is what I talk about on the Patreon. So if you're not on the Patreon, man, you're missing out because I'm dropping knowledge on knowledge on knowledge in the Patreon. Hit that link in the description. Come over and join the Patreon. Come over and join the inner circle. Yes, you have to pay for it. Yes, Ninja, it ain't free. So come over to the inner circle, join the inner circle. We're having a group meetup, inner circle members only. We're having a group meetup. We've already decided where we're going. We've already decided on dates. It'll be at the end of the year, going into the new year. We're meeting up in the Dominican Republic. It's already been decided. Join the inner circle. This will be a networking event, right? This is where we're going to build this brotherhood. We're going to get together with like-minded individuals, see where we can develop each other and bounce off each other, new ideas, new ways to be better men, and of course, we're gonna have our fun as well. Um, hit the link in the description. Hit the link in the description, YK. Benito says 24/7, 365 delivery service in NYC. Let's get it. Let's get it. Um, a lot of people never. I read that already, but yeah. So you got to understand, it's just it's hard. Not hard as in, not hard as in, you know. Appreciate that, Mel. Not hard as in. Oh, we got a group call. We got a group call at 6 p.m. Actually, we got a group call at 6 p.m. Dang, I think that'll be 7 p.m. my time. Am I Central Standard yet? I think I'm in Central. No, I'm still in Central. So 6 p.m. 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're having our group call on Patreon, and just so I can tap in with the guys, um, talk about some things. We're going to catch up on some things. Yeah, so we got a group call 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, only on the Patreon for the Patreon members. Um, but yeah, but y'all got to realize you you have to understand where you are. You have to understand, no, Cartagena. You have to understand where you are. You have to understand your skill level, right? And like I tell guys in the inner circle, I say, all your goals, plug them in. All your goals, plug them in, right? Plug it into ChatGPT. Like I said, you have to already be thinking efficiently. You already have to be thinking in an accurate manner, right? Plug everything into ChatGPT or whatever is your choice. I've heard people say they feel like Gemini is better. I've heard people say they like Claude better. Whatever one is your choice. I've experimented with all of them. ChatGPT is my choice right now until I venture off into something else, right? Plug in all your goals. Plug in what you want to get done, right? You want a six pack this summer? Okay, listen, it's already April. You're running out of time. You want to drop 10 pounds and then put back on 10 pounds of muscle? Listen, plug it in. How do I best lose what workout routine can I best lose 10 pounds and then put on 10 pounds of muscle in the most efficient manner? Only eating whole foods. Right? Okay, next. You got the body routine in play. Okay, now how do I best make $100,000 this year? Because you can't just jump. See, a lot of people they want to jump straight into, well, I want to make $1 million, bro. There's levels to this shit. You just ain't gonna come out the gate making $1 million. How do I make if you make $50,000 right now? If you make $50,000 right now a year, what you need to be doing is figuring out how to double that. Okay, how do I double my income? Maybe you need to pick up a second gig, or you need to be working your full time job while scaling the business on the side. Or maybe you need to be working a full-time job and a part-time job while jobs are still around, right? And then working on something on the side. See, the part-time job and the full-time job, that's your funding money right there, right? If that says Gemini seems more indirect, ChatGPT is more direct and strict in the way it speaks from experience. Yep. Ask ChatGPT to break down a step-by-step plan of any business idea you have in mind, financial plan, time frame, and risk ratio. Exactly. Don't ask it, don't be in there asking it, how do I become Jeff Bezos? Like, bro, let's be realistic. How do I get Elon Musk money? Bro, let's be realistic. Most of us, 99.9% of us ain't never touched that kind of money. Neither do you need to, right? Listen, once you reach a certain level, right? It only takes anywhere from $500,000 to $1 million to be able to afford most of everything that you ever wanted. $500,000 to $1 million, right? $500,000 to $1 million. That's not really, when you think about it in terms of how far you're away from $500,000. It's not really that high up. Even to $1 million a year, it's not even that high up. All you have to do is build out systems and processes to be able to sustain whatever skill that you're doing or whatever business that you're doing. You're not making $1 million a year at a job unless you're a CEO or a private practice attorney or doctor. But then that's still entrepreneurship. So $500,000 to $1 million, you can practically buy everything that Jeff Bezos can buy. $500,000 to $1 million. You can buy the same thing Elon Musk can buy. Only thing that you can't buy, these ninjas probably can buy planets at this point. That's about it. They can buy planets, right? Ninjas gonna be buying planets next. That's the only thing that you can't buy, a planet, and maybe you can't buy a super yacht. You can buy a yacht, but you can't buy a super yacht. But who cares? Bitches gonna get on them boats anyway, right? Y'all, as far as the quality of women, y'all gonna be fucking the same top quality women. It's not gonna matter, right? And don't be cheap, chat. Buy chat GPT. Don't use regular version of any one of these, right? Don't use the free version of any one of these because it's not going to be unlocked. They're gonna keep some of the efficiency and accuracy. They're not going to allow you to use it to the best of its ability. MSK says like building an app or website. Exactly. Now we're in the day and age of building applications, use case applications. We're done with all the entertainment apps, right? And maybe you can still get away with that if you got a little bread or something. But as far as right now goes, you have to be building something that solves a problem. If you're not building an app that solves a problem, then you need to rearrange whatever you're doing. You need to be, if you're into application development, which I've talked about the tools on the Patreon. I've talked about some of the websites that you can use to build out an app and your website. AI. I talked about some of that on the Patreon. Um, you need to be trying to solve an issue, solve a problem, anything. But it needs to be, if you're trying to really make money, it needs to be at scale, right? The problem needs to be at scale, right? And then you only need, listen, people got it misconstrued about how many people you need to really get stuff off the ground. When it comes to something like an app and you're charging a subscription model, or let's say you're B2B, if you're business to business, right? All you need is around what, 1,000 high paying clients. And if you're talking about on the low end, you probably approximately need about 10,000, which is not a lot. When you really think about it, it's not a lot. So we're talking about anywhere from 1,000 to 10,000. Seems like a large jump, but like I said, on the higher end, right? 1,000 clients, right? That you're solving a problem for, which would probably be B2B. 10,000, that sounds more like B2C, business to consumer, right? You need about 10,000 consumers right? That finds your app or finds your business model to solve their issue, and they're willing to pay you to solve that issue, right? So you have to choose which route that you're going to take. If that says, yeah, devs are going to die down in terms of a field, these AI tools can do it well for slight accuracy. Yep, and it's only getting better because what they're doing is all of the information that's going into these platforms, right? All they're doing is collecting data. Think about how much data they're collecting. Right? They're already accurate down to a T. They do make mistakes, right? ChatGPT is not perfect. Gemini is not perfect. These platforms are not perfect. However, they damn near perfect. So think about all of the uh, information and data points that they're collecting, right? And it all going to a database to further make it more efficient, to further make it accurate. Yeah, it's a dangerous game. So MSK says, yeah, you can build an entire app with Claude and Base 44. You don't even need dev tools no more. And let me put out a disclaimer about Base 44 because that's a platform that I actually use to build out the app that I'm working on right now. So with Base 44, it's not perfect by a long shot. It's not perfect by a long shot. And actually, I've had to use what's the name of the back end? What's the name of the back end? It starts with a P. It starts with a P. But you definitely need. I would say it's better if you know a little bit of code, right? Take it outside a little bit. I would say it's better if you know a little bit of code, right? Because base 44 is not perfect. It's not perfect. It messes up on the code. It doesn't get it right. Sometimes it doesn't understand what you're saying. I forgot the name of the. It starts with a P, but it's on the back end. But Base 44 is set up. No, not Python. No, it's a platform. It's a platform that you can use. You can code. You can code it on the back end. So like if you already into coding, you already know how to code, and you already a dev or something like that, right? You can go into the back end and basically input code. If you know how to write code, you know how to read code, you can correct the code. You can go into the back end um, and do some of the coding for Base 44 because it's not their code is not perfect at all. So you can get into the back end. I forgot the name of it though. But Base 44 is a good platform. Lovable as well. I've heard Lovable is better than Base 44 to make some of those apps on. So it's about whatever you choose. It's about whatever you choose. But the thing is to get started though. Say AI generated photos are a great example. Some of the photos have slightly warped details. It's miles better than Will Smith clip. Yeah. I mean the goal is to get started. The goal is to get started. So me personally, with my app, I was supposed to drop my app actually on my birthday. I was supposed to drop it on my birthday, but it's not ready yet. It's not up to the standard that I wanted. So I'm pushing it back just so I can get all the coding and everything right. The front end, I have to fix. The back end still needs some work as well. So, but I probably say over the next few weeks, y'all will be seeing it. Yep, lovable, and base 44. Lovable and base 44. What do you think about Webflow? I have not heard anything about Webflow. Enlighten me, good sir. Enlighten me about Webflow. What is that? Yeah, lovable. I introduced on the calls. Yes, but Webflow, I haven't heard of that. MSK. Have not heard about Webflow, but I'm assuming it's in the name Webflow. I'm assuming it is whatever it is on the name. But anyway, you can build an entire website with a prompt using AI. Okay, I'm gonna look into that. Webflow I have not heard of. But anyway, um, I need to get back to these streets. I need to go get me some water. Listen, man, this is what I'm drinking on as far as water goes. I'm drinking a whole 6 liters. It's hot. Drink a whole 6 liters of water. It took me a day and a half to finish this. I just finished it today. Still got my beetroot powder, and I got my other stuff in the room. It's a nice little room. Once again, we out here in Cartagena. You know, little bathroom, room in here, TV. It gets nice and dark in here. That's how I like it. And I'm gonna take y'all outside. Boom, open up the glass door. So we got one door. We got a door right here, front door. Then we got the glass door right here. You can close the blinds if you don't want no light getting through. Boom, close the blinds. Open it back up. Glass door, come back outside. Come out here, get some sun. It's a beautiful day in Cartagena. We out here in Cartagena, Colombia. We out here, we chilling, we doing this reset because listen, I've been grinding. I'm about to be making some bigger moves, some big moves, some better moves. When I get back, I'm gonna come back well rested. I'm gonna come back with a new mind, with a new growth mind. I'm gonna come back. We pedal to the metal, right? If you're not in a circle, join a circle. If you're not in a circle, join a circle. Come and join the inner circle only through the Patreon, right? Like I said before, these are guys, and this is a small group. This is a small group of guys. So we got guys on the Patreon, but then we got guys who are willing to join the inner circle, right? So the inner circle is a small group of guys. That's how I like it anyway. But we could use a few more guys in the inner circle who are going to come over there and build. That's what I want. So I only want guys. I only want guys in the inner circle that are coming to build, coming to network, right? So our next group meetup is going to be in Santo Domingo. Next group meetup is going to be in Santo Domingo. So if you're not in the inner circle, let's go. Come up to the Patreon. I have hundreds of videos, hundreds of videos. Some of my past live streams, some of my past videos from years ago, right? And then you get to see the newer videos where I'm building up the mindsets and I'm building up, um, teaching the tools and the strategies that you need to be able to get to the next level. So come over and join the inner circle, man. But that's probably it for today. I need to go get me some water. Um, see what these streets talking about today. Today's gonna be. I wanted today to be a rest day, rejuvenation day, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I may jump head first into these streets again, see what's going on, or I may rest. Depends. But anyway, shouts out to everybody that tuned in. Shouts out to Melvin. Shouts out to Melvin with the super chat. Shouts out to Melvin with the super chat, and shouts out to who else dropped the super chat. I don't want to forget. Somebody else dropped the super chat. I don't want to forget. It was somebody else that dropped the super chat in here, but shouts out to you. I got to scroll through this whole chat. Oh, Corey.
Shouts out to Corey with the super chat. Shouts out to Corey. But anyway, for the guys who are going to be on a group call, we got a group call in about 2 hours. So be on that group call, and I'll see y'all in the next.